Ballistic versus Fuse. I'm not gonna waste any time with any intro things or like that. Let's get into the video. Alright, starting off with Ballistic. I'll talk about him a little bit because I already talked about Fuse on my channel, but I'll talk about Fuse again for this comparison. So let's get to Ballistic's abilities. Ballistic's passive is the ability to hold 3 weapons, which is very, I guess, useful, but there is a downside. You can't have any attachments connected to this third weapon. And also, his tactical is basically a taser. When you fire it, it will tase an opponent for a second and deal about 10 damage, I think 10 to 20 damage. And the more they fire the opponent with the taser on them, the more damage it will take, which is kind of awesome. And then his ultimate is basically more like a team ultimate, like Lifelines, where he has the ability for 30 seconds to get a gold weapon, infinite ammo, and I think he runs a little bit faster too with this ultimate. Pretty cool. And the gold weapon is usually the third weapon. If you don't have a third weapon, it will be the weapon you're currently holding during using the ultimate. So here's him in the firing range, right? So pretty cool. I'm not going to be talking about origins or anything, but out of 10, I've been playing this character. Out of 10, I would give Ballistic a solid 8.6 out of 10. He's a pretty good character. I like his abilities. They are very easy to use. Now the tactical, I want to touch on a little bit more. It is kind of, for me at least, it's kind of hard to use. Okay, so I'm a controller player. I'll explain how this is tricky for me. So usually, if you want to swap your weapons, you click the button Y on the controller, which is pretty easy to use while you're, let's just say, running or blah blah blah. But to get to the third weapon, I thought you would have to do something like hold Y, like that would be easier, but you have to click the down arrow. Now it's not like a lot of work, but in the middle of a fight when I have no weapons left, like for my 2 weapons, and I switch my third one, it's a little bit tricky to just like move your hand from your thumbstick to quickly click the third one and then start firing and then start moving. Like it gives your enemy like a good 2 seconds to get a couple shots on you without yourself defending. Now his tactical, honestly, it's good, but I wish it could be something better. I don't know, something. I thought I want a character that has same abilities to Wraith, because I really like Wraith set. Now a taser is fine, but it has a lock on too, which is pretty cool. But the problem is, I don't even know how to explain it. I just don't like the taser. It's fine, but I feel like there's already so many characters that basically have this taser ability. For example, I don't know, Revenant, his tactical is like a taser, but for the abilities. Or Crypto, his ultimate's basically a taser. So there's I just wanted something new. And his ultimate, I think this is the best part from his kit. Now, many people might say that his passive is the best part, but his ultimate to me is the best part. So whatever weapon you're holding, but if you have a third weapon, it will turn gold. But if you don't, whatever weapon you're holding at the time will turn gold. And I just love this ultimate. You also go a little bit faster, have infinite ammo, and all your teammates will get it for at least 30 seconds. Rage with me. That's my favorite part of his kit. Now it's time to talk about Fuse. Now I already touched on him, so I won't be going into detail about him. But basically, his passive was the ability to stack, I think, 3 grenades, and he can fire it quicker, the grenades, and then I mean, it's a pretty good passive. I like it. Like whenever you have no weapons, you can just quickly swap to it. Even though for grenades you have to click, what's it called, left stick. But it's easier because it's close to your thumbstick. Honestly, I'm just because I don't know why I'm just mentioning it. But he has a good passive, and his tactical's also pretty good. It's like a taser too, but it does a lot more damage. It slows your enemies down, and it's basically a lot of grenade just clustered. Knuckle cluster, that's what it's called. And his ultimate is the mother load. It's just basically a fiery ring, which also can be contributed as a taser, because your enemy's stuck in like a big area, but it's still like they're stuck in one place. And then, yeah, that's really all about him. I did touch about why I didn't like him in my other video, which you should go see if you want to know more about him. But otherwise, he's a pretty good character. I give him an 8.5 out of 10. Now, the reason I give Ballistic an extra tenth of a point is, I don't know, his ultimate just hits for me. Like, it's such a good ultimate. Like the golden weapon, I wish it could be a minute. If it was a minute, that would be overpowered. But I don't know, his ultimate just hits so much better to me. Okay, now we're actually gonna compare the two and see which one is actually better. So passive. So passives. In this case, their passives are about holding extra weapons. Both of them. For Fuse is extra grenades, and for Ballistic it's extra weapon. I think personally I would give this to Fuse. Now I could understand if people wanna give it what's it called? If people wanna say Ballistic has the better passive because the third weapon. I don't know. I just like Fuse's better. Like, it's so easy to launch grenades, and you have such a good aim. And I love grenades. That, like, maybe I'm a little biased because I like grenades so much. But I don't know. Like, if you love to hold a third gun, then Ballistic's your guy. But if you love grenades, then Fuse is your guy. And I like grenades, so Fuse is my guy. So Ballistic's passive, I'm gonna rate out of 10. Out of 10. It's not bad. I'll rate it 5. Fuse 6. And tactical, again, I'm giving this to Fuse. Ballistic's tactical is like, it's basically a weaker version of Fuse's tactical, where Ballistics, you only stun the opponent for 10 damage, maybe 10 or 20, I forgot. And then when they shoot, it adds like more damage over time. But Fuse is like, you can lock on, hit the opponent, and then it'll do 10, like from the span of like 5-10 seconds, which is a lot of damage from the span of 5-10 seconds. Like, if it hits lock on and the opponent doesn't move, let's just say, I think it could do like maybe 70. Here, I'll show it right here how much damage it does. But otherwise, I think Fuse wins the tacticals. And then Fuse's tactical, I'm gonna rate 7 out of 10. And then Ballistic's tactical, I'm going to rate 5 out of 10 again, because I really don't like it. But you can say what you want. Now the ultimate is much different here. I think this is a easy W for Ballistic. Fuse's ultimate is pretty good. It's, well, you just trap your opponent in a ring of fire, so there's not much to say there. You do damage your opponent when they walk out the ring of fire, but still, I think Ballistic's ultimate, where basically like buffs for him. Fuse's ultimate is like a trap, kind of, but Ballistic's like buffs. like he just buffs himself up. He gets a gold weapon, and infinite ammo, goes a little bit faster, which is all awesome. So I'm gonna give Fuse's ultimate a 6 out of 10, and then Ballistic's ultimate a 10 out. Nah, yeah, 10 out of 10. Like they could go a little bit better, but I think right now it's like perfectly balanced. So 10 out of 10. So Fuse has 19 points, and Ballistic has 20 points. So basically, what I'm trying to say, in my opinion, I think Ballistic's the better player, but you may think Fuse is the better. I think Fuse is a very good character. I wanted to rate Fuse higher, but right now I think Fuse is like very under, like very, 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 very not buffed. Like what's the word? Like debuff, something. I'll just pop up the word right here. And then Ballistic is perfect, if not like buffed. And he gets buffed in his ultimate. So I think just that the ultimate like carried Ballistic. That's the only reason I'm putting him again above Fuse. So you guys let me you guys let me know what you think. Who's the better character? And anyways, I'll see you guys in another video. Bye.